Take a slow breath for a moment and let your heart become still, because this is not a message meant for the mind alone. It is meant for the quiet space inside you where love never disappears. The bond between a mother and her child does not end with time, distance, or even the transition from this world to the next. Love does not break. It only changes form. And right now, that love is gently reaching toward you. Your mother's presence has been closer than you realize. Not in a way that should cause fear, but in a way that brings warmth, familiarity, and comfort. She has been near your thoughts, near your memories, near the moments when your heart suddenly felt heavy without explanation. These were not coincidences. These were moments when love was trying to remind you that you are never alone, even on days when silence feels loud. She wants you to know something important before anything else. She has seen how strong you have been. The strength you showed when no one was watching. The strength you showed when you kept moving forward even while carrying questions, emotions, and unspoken pain. She knows the nights when you missed her without saying it out loud. She knows the days when you smiled for others while quietly holding everything inside. And she wants you to know that none of it went unnoticed. There is a calm pride surrounding you right now, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that quietly acknowledges growth. Your mother sees the person you are becoming, not just the child you once were. She sees how life has shaped you, how experiences have softened you in some places and strengthened you in others. And she wants you to stop doubting whether you are doing enough. You are. You always have been. What she wants to share is not a message of sorrow, but reassurance. She wants your heart to rest. She wants you to release the weight of guilt, the questions of, what if, and the moments where you felt you could have done more. Love does not keep score. Love understands. Love stays gentle. And her love for you has remained exactly that, gentle, patient, and steady. There is also a sense of guidance surrounding you now. Not instructions, not commands, but a quiet encouragement to trust yourself again. To trust your instincts. To trust the path you are on, even if it does not look the way you once imagined. She wants you to know that the delays, the pauses, and the redirections in your life have not been punishments. They have been protection. You were being guided, even when it did not feel like it. As you listen, notice how your chest feels. Notice the calm settling where restlessness once lived. That is not imagination. That is what happens when truth reaches the heart instead of the ears. Your mother's message carries peace because peace is what she wants for you now. Not worry. Not fear. Not confusion. Just peace. And this is only the beginning of what she wants you to understand. There are moments in your life when you suddenly pause, even if nothing around you has changed. Your surroundings remain the same, the day continues as usual, yet something inside you feels different. That quiet pause is where this message is meeting you now. Your mother wants you to understand that these pauses are not empty. They are sacred spaces where truth gently arrives. She knows that lately your heart has been carrying more than you show. Responsibilities, expectations, silent worries, and unanswered questions have all been resting quietly inside you. You learned how to carry them without complaint. You learned how to keep going even when clarity felt far away. And she wants you to know something very important: you were never meant to carry everything alone. Even now, support surrounds you in ways you may not immediately recognize. Your mother wants you to release the idea that you must always be strong. Strength does not mean never feeling tired. Strength does not mean always knowing the answers. True strength is allowing yourself to breathe when life feels heavy. She sees how often you push yourself forward without giving your heart time to rest. She is gently asking you to slow down, not to stop your journey, but to walk it with more kindness toward yourself. There are things you have been questioning lately. Choices you have made. Paths you did not take. Words you wish you had spoken differently. Your mother wants you to know that nothing important was missed. Life unfolded exactly as it needed to for you to grow into who you are becoming. Every experience added wisdom to your spirit, even the ones that felt painful at the time. She also wants you to trust the peace that comes when you think of her. That peace is not random. It is reassurance. It is love reminding you that connection does not disappear simply because the physical world changes. Love continues quietly, patiently, without urgency. You do not need signs that create fear or confusion. The calm you feel right now is the message itself. Your mother sees the future you are walking toward. Even if it feels uncertain to you, it is not uncertain from her perspective. There are moments ahead where clarity will replace confusion, where stability will replace restlessness, and where confidence will return to places where doubt once lived. She wants you to stop worrying about timing. Life is not late for you. You are not behind. Everything is unfolding in its proper season. She also wants you to know that you are allowed to feel joy again without guilt. Loving life does not mean forgetting her. Smiling does not mean letting go. Living fully is not a betrayal of the past, it is an honoring of the love that shaped you. She wants your life to be filled with meaning, warmth, and moments that make your heart feel light again. There is something else she wishes to remind you of: your intuition. That quiet inner voice you sometimes doubt is stronger than you think. You have been sensing when to move forward and when to pause, even if you questioned yourself afterward. She wants you to trust that inner guidance more. It has been protecting you, guiding you, and aligning you with what is meant for you. As this message continues, allow yourself to feel rather than analyze. You do not need to understand everything right now. Understanding will come naturally. What matters is that you let your heart soften. Let go of tension. Let go of the idea that you must figure everything out today. Peace is already closer than you realize. And your mother is still here with you in this moment, calm, loving, and proud, waiting to share even more clarity with you as this message unfolds. There is a reason your thoughts keep drifting into silence lately. It is not emptiness you are feeling, it is space being created within you. Your mother wants you to understand that when life becomes quieter inside, it is because something new is preparing to enter. Silence is not loss. Silence is alignment. It is the moment when your heart is being gently reorganized so it can receive what comes next without fear or resistance. She knows you have been trying to make sense of everything on your own. You replay conversations in your mind, imagine different outcomes, and wonder whether certain decisions could have changed your path. She wants you to release that habit. The past does not need to be fixed, it only needs to be understood with compassion. Every choice you made was shaped by the knowledge and strength you had at that time. Nothing about you was careless or wrong. You were learning, growing, and surviving all at once. Your mother sees how deeply you care for others, even when it costs you emotional energy. She sees how you often put your own needs aside so that others can feel safe, supported, or understood. While this comes from love, she wants you to learn balance. Love does not require self-neglect. Caring for yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. When you rest your heart, you allow your love to flow more purely instead of being mixed with exhaustion. There are moments when you feel a sudden sense of reassurance for no clear reason. Your mother wants you to know that those moments are reminders that you are not walking alone. Even when the path ahead feels uncertain, you are being guided gently toward stability, understanding, and peace. The guidance is subtle because it respects your freedom. You are never forced, you are simply supported. She wants you to stop fearing the future. The unknown has been making you anxious because you want certainty before moving forward. But life does not reveal everything at once. It unfolds step by step, asking for trust rather than control. Your mother wants you to take the next step when it feels calm, not when it feels rushed. Calm is your confirmation. If something feels heavy or confusing, it simply means the timing is not right yet. You may not realize it, but your presence has already brought comfort to many people. The way you listen, the way you understand without judging, the way you stay even when things get uncomfortable, these qualities matter. Your mother is proud of the person you are becoming. Not because you are perfect, but because you are genuine. You choose growth even when it is difficult, and that choice shapes your destiny more than any single event ever could. There is also a message about forgiveness. Not for others alone, but for yourself. You have been harder on yourself than anyone else ever was. You replay mistakes, magnify small flaws, and hold yourself to impossible standards. Your mother wants you to soften that inner voice. You deserve the same grace you offer so freely to others. Healing accelerates when self-kindness becomes a habit. As you continue listening, you may notice a sense of steadiness returning. That steadiness is important. It is preparing you for clarity. Soon, certain things in your life will begin to feel less complicated, not because life becomes simple, but because your perspective becomes stronger. You will know what to engage with and what to release. You will recognize which paths deserve your energy and which ones no longer align with your growth. Your mother wants you to trust that love remains active, even beyond what the eyes can see. Love does not end. It transforms. It becomes quieter, deeper, and more patient. It shows up as intuition, as comfort, as courage during uncertain moments. And right now, that love is encouraging you to keep going, not with urgency, but with confidence. This message is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to settle you. To remind you that your journey is still unfolding beautifully, even if it does not look the way you once imagined. You are allowed to move forward without fear. You are allowed to hope again. You are allowed to believe that life still holds meaning, connection, and peace for you. And as this message continues, know that you are being watched over with calm assurance. Nothing important about you has been lost. Everything essential is still very much alive. As this message reaches its final moments, your mother wants you to pause, not to feel sorrow, but to recognize how far you have come. There was a time when simply getting through the day felt heavy, when your heart carried questions that had no answers and emotions that had no words. She has seen those moments. She has seen your strength grow quietly, without applause, without recognition, yet with unwavering resolve. That strength did not come from circumstances improving, it came from you choosing to continue even when clarity was absent. She wants you to understand that life does not unfold by accident. Every delay, every pause, every redirection has been shaping you into someone who can hold peace. Without fear and love, without attachment. What you once thought was being taken away was often making room for something more aligned with who you truly are. You were never being punished or forgotten. You were being protected from paths that would have drained you rather than fulfilled you. There is something important she wants you to release now, the belief that you must always be strong for everyone else. Strength does not mean silence. Strength does not mean carrying everything alone. You are allowed to rest your mind. You are allowed to ask for support. You are allowed to admit when something feels too heavy. The people meant to walk beside you will not see your vulnerability as weakness, they will recognize it as honesty. Your mother also wants you to trust the gentle changes happening inside you. You may notice that certain things no longer excite you the way they once did, and certain connections no longer feel necessary. This is not loss. This is alignment. You are growing into a version of yourself that values peace over noise, depth over surface, and truth over approval. Let that growth happen without guilt. There are moments ahead when you will feel a quiet sense of knowing, an inner calm that does not need explanation. When that happens, listen to it. That calm is your guide. It will help you make decisions without fear and move forward without hesitation. You do not need to rush life. What is meant for you will meet you at the right pace, in the right way. She wants you to remember that love does not disappear, it transforms into guidance. When you feel unexpectedly comforted, when a difficult thought suddenly softens, when clarity replaces confusion without effort, that is love still working in your life. You are not meant to live looking backward. You are meant to live fully present, carrying lessons, not weight. As this message settles, your mother wants you to choose hope, not the loud kind, but the steady kind. The kind that wakes up quietly each day and keeps moving forward without needing proof. Trust that your life still holds meaningful connections, purposeful moments, and gentle victories. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to grow into what comes next. There is peace waiting for you in simplicity. In choosing what nourishes your mind. In letting go of what no longer aligns. In trusting yourself again. Your mother believes in you, not because everything is perfect, but because your heart is sincere. And sincerity always finds its way forward. This message is not an ending. It is a reassurance. A reminder that you are guided, loved, and supported beyond what you can see. Carry this calm with you. Let it shape how you think, how you choose, and how you treat yourself. You are safe to move forward now. If this message brought peace to your heart, take a quiet moment to like this video so it can reach others who need the same calm reassurance. Share it with someone who may be carrying emotions they haven't spoken about. And if you want more messages that guide gently and deeply, subscribe and comment what you felt while listening. Your words may help someone else feel understood.